She's the first diamond we actually see in the series, and figuratively and literally has the blues. As with all her previous gems, we'll be touching on her past, personality, powers, and real-life crystal. What's up, guys? I'm Kris Carr, and today I'm talking to you about Blue Diamond from Steven Universe. Before we dive in, I want to thank everyone who's donating on our Patreon. If you want to help us out, see if any of our tiers work for you. We'll thank you with shout-out, swag, and a bunch more. If you'd rather just go buy some things, go on and treat yourself and follow the link in our bio to TeePublic. They have so much Steven Universe stuff, you guys are gonna freak out. On to Blue Diamond!
I can't believe it! You've been here all along.
We don't know a lot about Blue prior to the events of the series. We know that, like her fellow diamonds, she cultivated a reputation and earned the respect of the various gems and colonies throughout the galaxy. The leader of Homeworld's diplomatic gems, Blue Diamond was at Sky Arena during Rose's rebellion, and Sapphire used to report to her directly. Sapphires and other high gems were members of Blue's court. Blue's diplomatic mission was to enforce the rules of White Diamond throughout Homeworld and its colonies. Rebecca Sugar has stated that Blue gems are almost always diplomats. It also appears that, according to her mural, Blue had 9 planets under her rule when the moon base was constructed. How many she had after? Not sure. Like the other diamonds, Blue had a definite soft spot for Pink Diamond. She found her to be incredibly charming, even when acting immature or unbecoming of a diamond.
You haven't changed. So silly. So small.
That being said, she could be very strict with Pink and often would chastise her for her behavior. Blue Diamond, voiced by Lisa Hannigan, is depicted as pretty mellow as far as diamonds go, and treats members of her court with a bit more grace and respect than her sisters. She's known for being merciful, in her own way, like how she saves Greg from the cluster by placing him in her human zoo. We also see Blue be extremely just in the episode The Trial, when she goes against Yellow Diamond's wishes and allows Steven to make his case during the trial. She does get angry when his depiction of events differs from her own personal account, but she still hears out the opposing theories about Pink's shattering. She even scolds Yellow for her lack of restraint after Yellow poofed both of the Zircon lawyers.
Let's shatter Rose Quartz and be done with it!
Can't you restrain yourself?
But this is pointless!
No, it's not.
She has a lot of respect for justice and seems to have a real interest in getting to the facts. But she obviously has had her fair share of fascist diamond moves, like when she ordered Ruby to be shattered after accidentally fusing with Sapphire. After the alleged shattering of Pink Diamond, Blue fell into a deep depression and became fixated on preserving Pink's legacy. She builds a human zoo as tribute to Pink's love of Earth and collects specimens from the planet to keep there. Blue views Earth as Pink's planet, since that's where she had her first and last colony. Blue's even upset that the planet will eventually be destroyed since it was so dear to Pink. While Blue seems to respect how Pink cared for Earth, Blue definitely does not understand humans. We see this when Greg blows her mind by empathizing over losing a loved one.
That feeling can be so hard to be okay with.
I'm surprised that a human being is capable of understanding how I feel.
She also doesn't get masculine pronouns, which makes sense. Our gems seem to go by female pronouns, so why would she know about dudes and their labels? When Blue finds out that Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond are one and the same, she immediately shows genuine concern and affection for Steven, just like Yellow Diamond did. Although Blue is much more compassionate than the other diamonds, she can be extremely derogatory towards fusions and lesser gems. Her prejudice at first even outweighs her love for Steven, when she demands Steven and Connie unfuse in the episode Together Alone.
Pink, this is completely unacceptable. Unfuse or I'll make you!
You'll have to go through me.
Ultimately, Blue realizes that it's wrong to lock up Steven, just like it was wrong to punish Pink when she'd act out all those years ago. She believes that it ended up being the right decision for Pink to leave Homeworld, and she helps Steven and Connie escape their room. Blue even stands up to Yellow and fights her to aid in the escape, before convincing Yellow to help get the gang safely back to Earth. As a diamond, Blue is one of the most powerful entities in the Gem Empire. She has the standard set of gem abilities, just heightened. Literally, these ladies are big.
Are they okay?
She has enhanced strength, like how she throws a barn like it ain't no thing, and is incredibly durable. She can even withstand Yellow's electrokinesis for a while, whereas other gems would immediately have poofed upon impact. In the episode Reunited, we learn that she has astounding mental strength. She has psychic resistance that can shield her from telepathic abilities through the sheer intensity of her own thoughts. While on the mental plane, Blue can also fire her aura like a beam. This psychic blast causes the target extreme distress. She can also locate others within the mental plane when they aren't in close physical proximity. As I mentioned in my yellow video, the diamonds can project an aura around themselves. Blue's aura has a water-like appearance. Blue's aura can be used on the offense on the mental plane and the physical world. What has to be one of Blue's more interesting powers, and to me is the one that defines her the most, is this sort of emotional projection she can do. Blue's aura can cause any gem, or half gem like Steven, to be overwhelmed with intense sadness, causing them to sob uncontrollably.
Humanity's ability to survive in the wild. What a strange planet.
This seems to be an involuntary move that just happens when she herself is emotional. She does activate this power later and weaponizes her grief to incapacitate the crystal gems in a battle.
What thousands of years of grief has done to me!
Connie gets affected by this at one point, but then she's immune to it later. So I'm wondering if that's a side effect from fusing, or just an emotional response to seeing everyone around you bawling. Lion and Lapis Lazuli also appear to be unaffected by this power.
What?
I've felt worse.
Blue's powers and downer demeanor have long been assumed to be symbolic of emotional abuse. Abusers typically gaslight their victims, manipulating their feelings or reinterpreting events in their favor to make the victim feel too guilty to leave.
How many times did you lock her in here? How many times did you make her cry?
I didn't.
Even Blue's design was meant to look ghostly and invoke feelings of mourning and sadness. Apparently, the character design draws heavily from interpretive dance pioneer Martha Graham's Lamentation dance. Her face and hair are also said to be inspired by Matsumoto's art, to make her seem like a strange presence.
Also, we were drawing a lot of influence from Leiji Matsumoto for her face, for her hair. She needed to feel like a strange presence.
Blue was also part of the corrupting light. What was intended to be an attack aimed at the crystal gems instead corrupted all gems caught in its light on Earth. Later, Steven, White, Yellow, and Blue are able to reverse the effects of the corrupting when working together. Alright, now let's talk about actual blue diamonds. Blue diamonds are diamonds with blue coloring. Duh! This blue coloring is due to boron atoms taking the place of carbon atoms in the diamond crystal lattice. This rarely occurs because boron isn't typically present where natural diamonds form. That being said, it doesn't take a ton of boron to make a diamond blue. To have a strong blue color, the diamond also must have very little nitrogen, which we learned from our yellow diamond video, makes diamonds appear more yellow. This natural blue is extremely rare and often includes mineral inclusions. Despite the inclusions, their rare color makes them incredibly valuable. The most famous natural blue diamond is the Hope Diamond, and is part of a collection at the Smithsonian. There are only two other sources of blue diamonds: lab-grown manufactured diamonds, and natural diamonds that have been treated to produce a blue color. These blue diamonds are obviously not viewed as rare and cost significantly less than natural diamonds with natural blue coloring. Alright, my favorite factoid that I've discovered is this website, Council of Love. Alright, what is Council of Love? According to the site, it's God's sacred alliance composed of archangels, saints, enlightened, and ascended beings and star family. Alright, so a lot of people say it's a scamming site, and to me, it looks like a place where you can sign up for some sort of spiritual healing and stuff, and I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, so I'm gonna say if you're into that, you're into that, and if you're not, you're not. But they seem to use the blue diamond interchangeably with the Virgin Mary. So there's speculation if blue diamond takes her appearance from that sort of Mother Mary notion that they use. She could also have a lot of Middle Eastern influence when it comes to her attire. Many have pointed out the blue's outfit has a lot of similarities to a traditional Arabic wedding dress. Blue diamonds are thought to represent good health, spirituality, and peace. Once again, we have a gem that doesn't necessarily own up to its own characteristics. Her long-lasting grief over pink doesn't seem like she's doing a lot of self-care.
We agreed we need to put that planet and this whole debacle behind us.
Why can't you just let me grieve?
You can't keep coming here forever.
It has also been said that these colored diamonds represent truth and devotion. Now, this makes a lot of sense for our girl. She seems to respect the judicial system, like we said earlier, and obviously she is hopelessly devoted to Pink's memory. So maybe that factored into Blue Diamond's characteristics and creation. What do you think is important to know about Blue Diamond, and did I leave some of your favorite info out? Let me know down below. Thanks again to everyone donating on our Patreon, buying teas, and everyone who's hitting that subscribe button. For more Steven Universe videos, click to the left. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you, Space Cowboy.